Okay, thank you all for being here. This is so exciting. I just feel like this is so big today. And welcome Gigi. She's not been on this call before, but she reached out to me knowing that she needed to be. So these are the things that are happening, people coming together, knowing it's their tribe, knowing it's something big that we're doing together for humanity, for the earth, for ourselves. So this feels exceptional here. So anyway, okay, let's get going. Everybody can hear and yeah, okay. All right, so let me, oh, this is what I wanted to show you, Cynthia. I don't know if this had any, I'm gonna bring it up.
Oh, wow.
So this was art. I think it was done out in the 80s or 90s, maybe, by some artists, sculptures. And this is huge site. And it's what I found when I had done that grid. And I also got a gift of, it looked like a galaxy, and this is kind of like a galaxy. And this, again, this was done in the land by some artist. It's likely not there anymore, but it is in some desert, and I can't remember where that was. So I just wanted to show that real quick. And I mentioned about the crystal grid, something really big this month, and it's happening right now. I'm pretty sure of it. So let me see here. This was a crystal grid that I had put together. And my friend Ingrid told me that it was some astrological changes in May, which is this year, because that was at the end of last year. Planetary shifts, Mars and Venus. So does anybody know? In winter solstice, that's what we were preparing for, that shift. Let's see. Anybody know anything astrological about Mars and Venus right now?
Oh,
Men are for Mars, women are for Venus.
Well, I know what came to me about it was that may be representational of Lemuria and Atlantis. So Mars and Venus, there may be some significance about the two, because Mars would be representing the masculine and Venus would be representing the feminine, which the masculine, Atlantis, the feminine is Lemuria. So that would make sense. One thing also, I saw yesterday morning, like a quick glimpse of, okay, North America, and then you have the UK, Ireland, and Europe, and then right above that is Greenland. But what I saw was above the two of them was like Lemuria and Atlantis together. It was just like a landmass that showed them together. So I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, just want to share that.
yeah.
Let's see. Okay.
You know, what popped into my head is so many people are working on repairing ancestral lineage and history, working with the unity consciousness. What popped into my mind was a representation in the etheric of two previously warring entities, right, coming together.
Yeah.
So it's a unity message.
It is, yeah. And that's coming through on the light codes too. So that's good. And so with these codes and with us together, there's something that we're doing with that big. And the fact that I just had some major blocks removed. And I think, Nitu, I think you have too. Yeah, there's some things going, and I'm going to do this a little different when I do light language. Usually I do light language with my eyes closed. I'm going to do them with them open today, because I'm getting that guidance. And that will be interesting. So let's start here with the light codes. Yeah, we were definitely having being interfered earlier, big time.
Well, Christy, I heard recently that Atlantis and Lemuria still exist. It's just that we're not able to see it.
Right. Wait, because everything is simultaneous, right?
And that falls in line with called the castles in the sky, or the etheric temples. Those etheric temples.
Okay, all right, here we go with the light code. So yeah, just gonna start here. Okay, light codes leading to the infinite heart, the keystone 9. That is actually the last light code in this section that I'm going to show. These are all light codes that came through within the last 1 or 2 years, and they're coming back. Like I've discovered that these light codes have been building blocks to where we are now. So they're coming back into play and being grounded for humanity, for the earth, for all of us right now. And we're participating in this. Heart, mind balance, entering the womb portal within, freedom. And these words came to me yesterday or the day before. Reconcile, transform, activate, transmit equals new creation. R-TAT-NC. So this is what we're doing basically. Okay, so here's the 4 or 5 codes for that. I started with this one last time, which was on my personal light code that I did as a series with 2 other light beings, which one is on this call. Shauna, you're here, right? I'm not seeing you on the screen.
I am here. I've just got my camera's
Okay.
off. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So this one is called Heart of the Unicorn and Star Unicorn. Again, it was the code that I got for myself, but when it is for me, that means it's for all. So that's how personal light codes work. There's something within them for you, and there's something within them for all. So anyway, that's the first one. And the colors, as you notice behind me, colors, we're using all the color frequencies today. There's major color frequencies that are participating in this today. This one is Shauna's personal light code that had come through. Ironically, they're both horses. And I'm not sure the significance of that, other than horses are amazing beings on this earth, and they were here. I mean, they're here so much to help humanity, as all animals are. But here's the eye. Remember, you know, the images that you sent me this morning with that sort of rainbow eye. So the first one represents the heart. This one represents the mind, the third eye, which the mind and third eye you see is different, but you know, it's making them one, because the third eye is our connection to our God source, our light.
Yeah.
And again, this was one of 3 stars. It was myself, Shauna, and then another friend, Sabrina. But her that code's not on here. These are the only 2 personal codes. No, actually, there's 2 more. This one, Lori's not on the call today. Ironically, yeah, that's interesting. Sometimes when you think, yeah, they're going to be on here because of this and this, and it didn't happen. So anyway, this was her personal light code, and we're bringing this light code and anchoring it for balance today. This is about balance. This is about justice. This is called the Diamond Sun light code. Okay, anchoring these in. Oh, okay, I want to take a step back here. What I'm going to call forth right now, and I think it's already in play, but right now we're all surrounded, I'm putting us in a sphere of golden white light. Right now, we're in this sphere during this whole session. I think it started initially with the drumming, actually. This is our cloak. This is like a cloak for us today in the work that we're doing. And it's protection, it's energy, it's so much more. And then we're inviting all of our teams, each individual team and as a collective team of our tribe here, and any other light beings that want to join right now. Okay, Egyptian. So the Egyptian energies are in play as well today. This was a personal light code for a friend in Austria that came through, and this is called womb portal. And if you see it, ovaries.
Yeah.
You can see the uterus, ovaries. This is the portal. And it's the Ankh, and there's 3 of them. So that's very significant, both the light codes and the image playing together as one. Anchoring these codes and the colors. That's like the I call threefold flame, the colors of the threefold flame. That's very significant. Okay. And then all these personal light codes leading to the path of the heart, that was from that series, The Path of the Heart. And it's called the Infinite Heart, and it's Keystone 9. So it carries the number 9 with it. Okay, just breathe these images into and just like feel them go into your body, just like you're embodying them. Okay, dragon light codes coming forth today too. Again, these are codes that have come forward maybe a little over a year ago. Activate the dragon lineage within and without, through the earth we go. These carry the number 369. This is called the dragon wheel. And when you see this image, think of it as like almost like, it looks like a swastika, which all symbols have been reversed, so there's actually good in them. But it is also like a pinwheel. So you can see it oscillating, like, vertical, horizontal, and see it like going through the earth and doing this. These are dragon energies. This is like clearing energies through the earth. The eye of source and the eye of humanity. Also dragon code emerald healing. So this is all about a healing of our physicality right now, as well, all 4 bodies, the emotional, mental, and the spiritual body. Dragons are major, big healers. And we're bringing their energy with us today. They're here with us today. And of course, emerald green is the heart chakra and is about healing with Archangel Raphael.
and Hilarion.
Okay. Christ, water, light codes, centrifugal forces. Let the primordial waters flow through the land, natural springs, sea, and human vessels, filtering out any density. Trinity through golden threads, connecting ascension tools arrive. So this is all about the next light codes. There's 4 of them. They're all new. I think a few of you might have seen the first one that I'm going to show. I'll just go to, and this symbol has been coming forth. Ironically, Nitu has sketched this symbol for quite a while, right? Nitu, it's used as part of the law, justice system, and legal documents. So it's much more meaningful for that. That's probably a way that it got reversed, because we know what our legal system's about. So we're correcting that. And Buddha's going to do that for us too today. Going to help us with
Super.
that.
So my comment to that is that I've been expecting an inheritance, and now there's a hiccup because my aunt that just crossed over, she is in the document, and I don't understand yet what that's going to be, but it may be another delay. So that's what's happening in my outer world.
Yep, there's the justice system for you. We're gonna, you might have something happen after this, Catherine, that may,
That'd be
yeah.
great. It's not
Yeah,
only
yeah.
me.
Maybe we can
Not
get that going.
It's not only me that's been waiting. It's like let's see, 8 siblings, and that have been waiting as well. So
Yeah. Let me see. Can you guys see the whole thing, or is this part cut off? Is there something cut off here?
no.
No,
Okay,
you can see
okay.
that.
I just that I have the image covered with the gallery beside me. Okay, so this is the you remember last well, the 14th when we all met, and before I had just done Nitu, myself, and Catherine and another person had done some work here, and it streamed across to the UK because that's where Nitu lives as well. Well, this is kind of similar to that because I had mapped that out, and Lori even mentioned on the last call that I need to map it out. So I did, and something very interesting came through, being that we're all doing, we're doing this like Trinity dance. And so I had it from here to Belgium, where Ollie and Martine live. And then this next light code came up, and I mapped it where it was taken. And the gentleman that posted this code, I asked him for permission, or not the code, but the image itself. I asked him for permission to use it, and he gave me that permission. But it was actually taken in Church Christ, UK, which is on the south coast of the UK there. And you can see that it's right in line with where Ollie and Martine are in Belgium, and all the way to Long Beach. So Long Beach, where I live, creates this line all the way. Sedona, I'm mentioning as the centrifugal. We've got 2 centrifugal forces here. And what those are, and what I'm seeing that they are, feeling that they are, I should say, is centrifugal is like, you know, it's a process of shaking or something where densities of materials or whatever are separated. So that's how the word came in. Actually, I didn't quite know what the word meant, to tell you the truth. So I had to look it up, and that's what it was. And then that started making sense. So that was placed in my thought process, I guess. But so these locations, Sedona and in Belgium here, not Belgium, sorry, in Church Christ, these are locations that from Belgium and Resby, Germany, are connecting back to this one. This is where that energy, and it's probably energy from all of Europe, probably. Those are the gathering points and going to this one location in the UK. And before we did work on Ireland too, so that one's already covered. But if you see like Long Beach, and it goes to Sedona, and then it went to Belgium. And that's before I had this location and before also Gigi he contacted me. And then you see Indio to Sedona to Cuesta. Again, 3 locations, straight line, but they're all connecting. We're all connecting in Sedona, the centrifugal force. And then we've got, let's see, Portland, Loveland, and Sedona. And then we I'm creating these triangles here for that centrifugal force to connect. And then we've got White Rock, Long Beach, and Sedona. So that's how we're all connecting to Sedona here in the US. And then there's this connection here is it's a Trinity connecting back to that location there on in that area. And the lotus is represented, it's a Buddha symbol. And I don't know, I heard this maybe a month ago, and maybe you guys have heard this, but May the 15th was the day that, and this feels relevant, that I don't know if you're familiar with the planetary logos, which is Sanat Kumara. He's the planetary overall logos for Earth. And there was a change of the guard, basically. So he stepped away. He's got other things to do. He's been holding that space for, I don't know how long that is. But Buddha stepped in, who was originally holding the office of the Christ. Buddha was holding that. So now Buddha's replacing Sanat Kumara. Sanat Kumara, again, you know, he's going to other things. I don't know a lot about these figures at all, but this is what's coming through, and as I'm pulling this stuff together. And then the white lotus, of course, purity. This is representing the Buddha symbol right now too. The Trinity, we've got the location of basically North America, because we're connecting Canada right here. North America, whoops. And then we've got Europe connecting with the UK here. So we've got the Trinity going on here. Okay. And then this symbol came through as we have a symbol for Church Christ here. This is the Chiro symbol. We have this symbol, which I think has to do with Buddha. I don't know what this means. Somebody might know this, but this came through. Okay, and you'll see that bigger in a minute.
Can you make it bigger so we can see it?
You'll see it in a minute on because I put it on another, it's on another light code.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll go to the first light code, which is this is a location, they call it a church, a cathedral in Christ Church, England. And it was a location, I guess, it's right between these two rivers that flow around it, and they flow into the to the English Channel there, which then flows into the Atlantic Ocean. So it's called Christ Water. And this was the picture that was actually posted on Facebook, that when I saw it, it's like, whoa, okay, we need that symbol. We need the light code with that symbol. So, and again, going back to last Saturday, Lori mentioned about the sword going down. And I have done light codes both with up and down. So there's several of them. But this one did want to be down, and it was like releasing the primordial water, the Christ water. So picture this, all these locations that were on the map, they all have natural springs flowing through them. I know for a fact in my area. I think Gigi found in her area, there's a natural springs. Sedona, Cuesta, all these locations have a natural springs, whether they're known or not, they're there. So through those springs, they flow into the centrifugal force of that location, whether it be Sedona or a Church Christ. I mean, Christ Church. I keep saying it wrong because Christ and church don't go together, by the way. Anyway, okay, so, and
Well,
then,
the term is an office. The term Christ is an office. So it's not a being, it's an office.
yeah, we got that, yep. So this building must be very special. I know there's some representations of the Knights Templar at this building or this cathedral, whatever you want to call it. There as well, there's representation of dragons there with some sculptures, and even on the building, it looks like there's some dragon scales. So this is bringing in the dragon lineage or opening it up, as well as the Christ water, which the dragons are such a big participant with. I mean, that's why they're here with us right now. And Cynthia, why that dragon that you saw must be very powerful, like you said, and it must be present with us with what we're doing. It's amazing, very cool.
Comment here. I read once upon a time that there's a dragon of the east and a dragon of the west. And the dragon that's representing the east is about going within. And the dragon of the west is being on the exterior.
Oops. Okay.
Now,
Okay.
is there church in Australia?
Is there what?
The Christ Church sounds familiar, like there might be something similar in Australia
No,
or New Zealand.
Well, there is actually, somebody told me that. There's a Christ Church. It's a town.
New Zealand.
Yeah,
In New Zealand.
New Zealand. Okay. So Christ Church is actually a town in the UK. That's the name of the town. And this location was like a priory, which is like an abbey. And it's the town. This is called Church Christ Priory, this building. But the town is named Church Christ. So we probably are connecting to the one in New Zealand as well. I'd be curious to see if they have a temple there too. They probably do. I'll have to look that one up. Okay.
I feel like that is true.
Yeah, it probably is. So who's connected to this is Archangel Michael, and he's been coming through with some of the work that I've been, people have helped me with, some healing, and just in general, I've been told he's a guy, but I never, like, I don't see, I just feel, and I have not had that, but I feel like it's coming forward now. Okay, next one. And the other important thing, so this is about peace. It's about Christ water, the flow of the water, Christ water through, the land, the sea, through our being, allowing that flow now, because we are just really transforming some big densities. Union, this represents union also with the double pentagram here with 10 points. Newport. What's this?
Yeah, Christy, can you let her in, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, okay. Next. Okay, this is Archangel Michael, and during last Saturday, Lori does art, and during our gathering, she did too. It was this one and the next one I'm going to show you. So this is Archangel Michael, and so asked me to do light codes on these. So they were calling forth light codes for this day. And so you can see these light codes as an ascension staff. You know how they use staffs a lot? You know, it was mentioned in the Bible. It's been mentioned a lot in Egypt. Those are actually technology. There's technology within those. And so this is one that Archangel Michael is giving us today for this work that we're doing. Oh, the other one I wanted to mention is 7. So I did the pentagram, you know, like an overlay, like 5 and then another 5, which is a 10, which is the 10-pointed star. Well, this one also came the 7, a 7-point star. This is really interesting because when I do these light codes, sometimes things just pop up. I don't know how I created it. It's just like, what? Where'd that come from? I mean, because it just shows up. I have no idea how to do a 7-pointed star because I use a program. It's very simple. It's nothing complicated. And a 7-pointed star came on here.
You bring the white one.
So can somebody mute? I can hear somebody. So yeah. Okay. And the next one is the white lotus.
Oh, wow.
So here's that symbol that was on Sedona. So Buddha is represented in Sedona somehow. So in the rainbow light, our rainbow light bodies. Again, we're using all the color frequencies today. Known to us or unknown to us. There's a lot more than this, but this is kind of just a general like rainbow colors. You can see this as a column of light going through our body. And that is taken basically from Cynthia, the work that we did. And you actually told me that Buddha was sitting on a lotus going down my channel. Yeah, so this is what came through, and we have a 10-pointed star here with this too. Okay. And the last one is Buddha. And this is what this is another one that Lori drew last Saturday. She sent it to me for the light code. So this also is Buddha's staff or ascension tool for us right now. And we have this symbol in it. I want to find out what the name of that symbol is.
Caduceus?
No, that's not what that one is.
Okay.
Little symbolic of the lotus here, the earth. Yeah, so the whole thing with it coming together with Buddha being the new planetary logos. Yeah, there's some major relevance in that, what we're doing. Okay. Okay, anybody, any questions or anything on the light codes? Any thoughts or feelings?
Well, the Buddha image is probably the softest image I've ever seen him portrayed.
The what?
The Buddha image that you just shared with us.
Yeah, there's almost like a feminine, you can see like the feminine aspects. Yeah, it's very true. Yeah. And you know, I just wonder probably the whole thing about the fat Buddha, that probably was a reversal. That was probably some kind of reversal done on that symbology of Buddha. because I highly doubt that he
Yeah,
was.
probably cooked up by
Yeah.
Jenny Craig in a previous life.
And Jenny Craig. Yeah.
And who
Yeah.
was the little guy that was doing a lot of videos and jumping around with the curly hair? And he was promoting a lot of exercises and weight loss. I see him, but I don't remember his name. He was very popular for a period of time.
Huh.
So, anyway.
I wanted to share because
Yeah.
the whole dragon energy is coming in really, really strongly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And before you and I had first spoken, you showed me the Christchurch image, the stained glass with the sword. And I just want to share with everyone the amazing synchronicity in this. Like days before that, I had received an activation in which a pearlescent white dragon stepped forward with Archangel Michael, whom I haven't really worked with before. And she represented the diamond white and he the blue sword. And they came together and created a 16-pointed star, which represented sort of a portal for dragon energy. So the synchronicity was amazing in it. But I can say that these energies are very, very active. And I've seen a lot of activations.
Yeah. 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 It's cool. And that's part of the R-TAT. Reconcile, transform, activate, and transmit. So this is about major activation, I think, today. And also the first symbol that I showed was a 6-pointed star on the unicorn.
And the dragons still exist in the inner earth.
Oh, they're all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we're basically reconnecting to them, and that's part of this dragon lineage, the dragon codes coming forth right now, and part of what is the beings with us right now and the energy and what we're doing right now. So very exciting, very exciting.
there's a practice, it's a kind of a Qigong practice. It's called the swimming dragon. And if the attendees are interested to look into, because essentially it's a flowing back and forth through three, the throat chakra, heart chakra, and then the base chakra, and then it comes back up. It's a very simple practice. It's also known as the willow waist. So that came to mind. But it's an interesting practice because essentially it gets the energy moving up and down.
Okay, so we're going to do some light language now. I've already done the drum, so I don't need to do that again. So everybody just prepare to receive. And if you were connected to any of those specific light codes, you embody them as you connect with them. But if there's one in particular that sticks out, you might want to focus on that one, or whatever works for you.
Christy, Christy, can I just make a humble request?
Yes.
My friend Nupur joined halfway down the light codes. Can you show her the first three, please? Just
Sure.
a quick one.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
When did she come in? You're muted.
Yeah, I just joined 10 minutes ago.
When we were doing the church.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'll show you the first ones. This is called the heart unicorn, or the unicorn of the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, the star of the unicorn. This is that 16-pointed star I was mentioning.
Okay. That's beautiful.
This was a personal light code that originally came in for me, but as I do personal codes for people, they're also for all.
Mm-hmm.
This was also a personal code by someone on the call here, Shauna. This was called Starlight. And again, it's a horse, not a unicorn this time, but a horse. The very symbolic here is the eye, the pineal gland, also the mind. And of course, the horse is very significant.
Yes.
Being.
Yes.
This was about balance and justice, balance and justice in the same one, which is interesting. Also the divine feminine, divine masculine. It's called Diamond Sun Disc.
Wow.
This was a personal light code for Lori, who was on the last call on the 14th, but she's not on this call.
Okay.
She also is the one that did the two art, Archangel Michael and Buddha, which I did the ascension tools on top of those. Through a light code.
Wow.
This one is called the womb portal.
Wow. This
And,
womb portal.
Yeah, bringing through the Egyptian significance. A lot of us are relating to Egypt right now.
Wow.
Our Egyptian past lives, also 3 aunts, that's very symbolic, Trinity.
Yeah,
And
that's really beautiful. And recently I'm working some womb work, and on my deep journey, there's a lotus coming out from my belly button.
wow, perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is called the Infinite Hearts, Keystone 9. So this one, the other 4 that you saw, it pulls them all together. It's Infinite Heart, Keystone 9, freedom.
Wow.
And one thing I mentioned, Nipur, is that these light codes, these first ones, it was the last 4 starting with the sword, those were new ones. But these up here, I've done over the last year or 2, and they've come up in their own series. So most of them have a series of 2 or more as a part of it. And I've just recognized over the past several months that these have been building blocks to where we're going. And so now I can interweave these with other light codes and use them in this energy form that we are doing.
Wow. Amazing.
And then the dragon codes, bringing our dragon lineage here. 369. And Cynthia
Yes.
just spoke about that. And this is called the dragon wheel. One thing I mentioned about this is just picture it oscillating through the earth with the dragon energies, clearing the densities. And emerald healing, another dragon code. Green is the heart also, and green is healing. And the dragons are amazing
Oh my
beings
God.
for healing.
Because since like almost this whole week, I'm seeing this dark green color. Whenever I sit meditation, in my meditation, I'm seeing this dark green color.
Ah, interesting. All right. Well, lots of healing going on. Okay, I think. Yeah. And then this was just the for the Christ waters. It was all about the primal waters going through the land, the natural springs, the sea, and our human vessels filtering out all the density. And then you might have come in at this one, or right after this one was the sword. This was the map of all of us in different locations and how we're working together in this energy, transforming this energy. Okay.
Thank you, Christy.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Christy. Thank you so much.
Yes, certainly. Okay, so everybody just take some nice gentle breaths. Eyes open, eyes closed, however you want to do this. Just prepare to receive. We're anchoring these light codes. We're embodying these light codes. We're activating these light codes within ourselves. We're activating ourselves and humanity of the collective. And people get different things. So we'll have a little discussion afterwards to see what came through or what you might have felt on this. Okay. Eyes open. Something real quick. Okay, it's gonna be a little different. Nahi no ho nahi I jogun namahai tapahai namahai. Tuna I jatahen na 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 uj tapahai. Ti lak unahi ta uj ta ay namakuna I tapai ta ij tapai nama unakuni jatapa. Jonama haya 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 haya. Naya pakuna ijapata utahijata. Unamahia na ina hina 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 unamahata ke ijata 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 ujda. Namaha na udakain. Naito ujda ain nama inama kuna ijda. Tuna. Tuna hitaha. Tu ijda. Ushta, ushta. Na una ijda ba kona ijda ta 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 inama ayata uta ijda ayama ina 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 ina. Tajda bekunai tahina jota. Ni anakuna ijdabaha. Tuna ijha. Tuna mahai tai. Dai nai 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 nai. Da ijda hana uda ana ijda ana hen. Una ina una ijda takuna ei tabaka. Na unija tai 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 de bekon na mahai ata. Tu te reine me rompri, j'adrai rien na mahai ta uti ri. Na hai ta hu na hi ta hai. Naista. Naista. Naista una na hija bakain na mahaita in na makai. Tu ujda. Ai 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 ai. Nahata hin na mahai hin na mahuna hija bakain na hai dai 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 dai. Dai noi jotai nama hai dai ai 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 o dai jota o to hia hai nama hu de hai nama hai da hu na hi da hu da hi jotai nama hu da hi. Dai. Ijtaba na uta ijtaba hen na makuna ija en na makuna ai taba itu tai tai to uta nuhina jata tu te hen na maha te in na makuna jatata 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 uta ijta hai una maha tu utu ijta ta 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 ta. Uja ta 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 ta. Uja ta 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 ta. Ita ta ta ta. Ita ta ta. Ita ta ta. Ita ta ta. Ita ta ta. I. Na o ta hi ja ta ba hen na ma ha ta 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 ta. Uta ta 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 ta. Ish. I. Tu na ma hen na a ja na I na I na he I. Ota hen na ma ha ta hen ta hen ta hen ta hen ta ein. Tu ja hein. No una he. Tu ja ta hen na ma ko na I ja hen. Na ko na hi ja ta ha ta hen. Ni me ko na he ta hen. Ni he ta. Ni he ta na o ja ta de be ha. Tu na ma ha ta hen. Ne ko ta hen ja ta pa. Tu ta hen na ma ha. Ta ja ta hen na e ja ta na ma ko. Na ha. Okay, if everybody wants to unmute.
I could have stayed in that energy for a while longer.
There's a lot of different beings coming through.
How was that for you, Christy, with the eyes open? It was just fascinating. Lots of hand movements and it just like a full-on conversation, and it was just beautiful and powerful.
Thanks for asking. It was good. It was good. And I think back to you when you asked that question, that didn't they tell you to start opening your eyes?
Yeah,
you-
they did. They totally did. And it was really hard. And in fact, when I'm in person channeling, I have to close my eyes. It's too
Yeah.
distracting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite different experience.
Well, it felt very powerful because I have had some issues with my eyes, and I got to the bottom of that this last week,
Oh,
thinking it was one
fantastic.
thing and it was something else, and
Mm.
yeah, and it was something that was energetic. So I think I'm resolving that now. So anyway, so I was guided to open the eyes because another thing that has come through when I did some light language with another person, she saw me as a lyran with a big mane, and she said the energy was coming through my eyes. She saw these white light coming through my eyes. So I put it all together about the energy and just what was happening with my eyes. It was trying to be blocked, basically, and I was being blocked. But that is being resolved now. So yeah, so that's part of all this healing too. So I'm so excited. So okay. Anything else?
Awesome.
Did you see anything else, Shauna? I know last time that you saw, like, you felt like we were in a portal or anything.
I just have to say personally for me, I'm just like ready to go back to bed. Like I'm super low today, low energy. So I mean, I'm just like dragging myself along today. I don't know what
Okay,
happened.
well,
I didn't sleep well, but yeah, so but I just am always so blown away by all the frequencies and the feelings and even like everything that goes along with the different phases of your channeling in terms of the energetic frequencies. You'll sit back and close your eyes and the whole thing changes, the vibe changes, and the messages change, and just taking that all in real time is just, it's a fascinating process. And then
yeah,
the light codes are so nice stuff. That was so nice too.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's incredible. Yeah. This is just incredible. And I'm literally gonna like take a bath and go to bed as soon as we hang up. That's me
Interesting that
today.
you said that because you were probably getting ready for this today. Feeling the way you did is probably a part of what you were doing last night or something.
Maybe so. I
Yeah.
do feel it's significant. Agree.
Yeah, I had one of those days this week too, and I felt like I had a hangover. And that night,
I feel like I have a hangover, Christy. That's
yeah,
exactly this feeling, and I don't get the joy of drinking. But there we
yeah,
go.
right.
Damn it.
And the back of my eyes hurt, and it was the back of my eyes that were hurting. I had to start wearing a silk mask on my eyes when I sleep. That's really helped. It's been good. So, okay, who else?
Yeah. Wow.
Anybody else?
I saw some stuff.
All right, Ted.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
So when Christy was channeling, I was seeing the wind blowing and becoming calm, and then blowing like a storm, clearing everything away. And I saw the center of the earth, the red fire in the heat and boiling. I saw the lava inside the earth boiling and then becoming calm. And I also saw the ocean was really stormy
Wow.
and violent, and then it became calm again, and it was going through cycles of saw the light, the sun, the bright light pushing down on the darkness on the planet. So I saw the darkness expanding and the light pushing it back down. And then I saw this grid of energy, like a big net of dark energy, pushing it down to the earth and pushing it right into the earth, into the hot fire lava. And then the darkness kept trying to push back up, and then the light kept pushing it back down into the fire.
Wow.
And that was just, I guess it was cycling. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. Well, that's what was happening. Well, it's almost like in battle, but gentle, you know, it's like darkness wants to rise, lightness is going to come down and you know, say, you know, transform it basically. That's really cool, Ted. That was pretty amazing, pretty profound. Thank you.
Shall I go next?
Sure.
Yeah, so mine was where I had been held by my feet, where I was actually battered. It took me back to my life somewhere in desert again. I couldn't figure out whether it was Egypt or some desert area.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so
There's some interference going on. Let's see. Try something.
yeah.
I can barely hear you.
Yeah.
Battered. So I've been being battered on the stone so many times, but I'm not bleeding at all. Not bleeding at all. And then I see a bottle. It's like some being's gonna come out of me.
Yeah, there's something's happening.
Yeah.
I might have you start that again, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, because there's some interference going on. I don't see that it's unstable, but something's interfering. So try it again, Neetu. Sorry.
Can you hear me now? Can I start now?
Yeah.
I think the interference is on Christy's side because I can hear you fine, but she's freezing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, so where I was, I took my life back in desert where something had me from my feet and they were banging me on the stone. They were saying actually I did not hear anything, but what I was feeling was that when they were banging me on the actual stone, I wasn't bleeding. So they were waiting for this being that was inside me to come out into the bottle, and then they would show that to the sun or to the pure light for it to transmute into something else. And then when that actually came out, and I then just say, or my ego then says, whichever up, I surrender. That's when I'm actually given the crown of high priestess, and I'm called a dame at the end of it.
Interesting. I want to bring back that when you and I did that work together, and you saw it was something similar to that, where you said you weren't cutting, but they were coming in from the top and going, and you said, yes, go ahead and take that light or something. Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't feel it. It doesn't
Okay.
feel it. It's just like maybe something residual that was still lying inside that had to come out, or that had to surrender inside me for me. And they also said, like, putting a sword on both sides and said, your work starts now.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
Was
that was very powerful. Thank you so much, Christy.
Sure. Were the swords up, or was there one up and one down? Do you remember?
Yeah. No, they had sword in their hand up, and they put it on both my shoulders to say, your work starts now.
Wow.
And they pointed it with their sword to say, go.
So it's like you were being initiated. It's like you got initiated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's fascinating. Really cool.
We heard the word dame. I heard the word dame, and then the crown of high priestess, the moon and the crescents.
Uh-huh. Cool.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Who else would like to chime in?
This is Catherine. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm having some issue with volume here. Anyway, so
hear you.
a lot of what I experienced was physical, and it's like my mouth was being opened to the max, and then my head was being rotated. I rotated my head both directions. There's a lot of muscle stretching that seemed to be releasing.
Uh-huh.
And where I'm at right now, that's perfect. That's perfect for what my body's really releasing a lot, and
Yeah.
it's proven to be pretty good days and better days. I'll just say
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really enjoy the dragon, and I have an affiliation with dragons, but I've not done much in the way of acknowledging that. So
Now's your time.
thank you.
And it also sounds like it
yeah.
sounds like you
one
got
suggestion is that when you're tired and feeling kind of low energy, citrus juice helps. You have a bit of citrus juice. So that's what I wanted to offer. Thank you.
cool, cool. Sounds like you got some clearing in that, Catherine. That sounds good.
Yeah,
Good.
that's
Excellent.
happening a lot, it seems.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. This week's been a bombarding of clearing. Okay. Anybody else?
Well, I experienced something completely different than everyone else. First of all, I had the sense that it was almost like there were three different beings, like one started another. It was interesting. It felt to me like almost it had a ceremony or ritual quality to it, a blessing quality to it.
Uh-huh.
And when you first started, I felt like an energy come through, and I felt it working in different parts of my body at different points during this anchoring ritual.
Mhm.
And the sense that I had was it was a blessing for all of us that we hold this light and that
Yeah.
we send it down and we send it out. And at one point, I literally saw that picture of where everybody's on a line this way, like the light shooting through that ley line directly, like completely through the entire earth. And I was like, I felt like this was both an individual healing, and I heard what needs to be revealed will be revealed. Like for every individual,
Yeah.
whatever needs to come out of this for you will come out of it.
Yay.
But regardless of the individual expression, it was about anchoring the light, anchoring the codes.
Yeah. Wow. That's really cool. Thank you, Cynthia. That really makes a lot of sense. And I love that what you said there, because one thing that I feel like is misguided on light language, and perhaps it's just different light languages work differently. But I know the light language that comes forth through me it's called the universal language of love. And it is a very primordial language. So this language, I wouldn't say that, people want to interpret him, but it's not interpretable. Everybody gets what they need out of it. And then the earth and humanity get what they need out of it. And as a collective, it's not like it's one thing and this is what it means. It's everybody is with your signature. It's like reading your signature codes and giving you what you need. So yeah, it's fascinating to me, and I just keep learning a little more here and there and about it, and it's fun. It's fun. So
Well, thank you for saying that we get what we need, but
yeah, we get what we need.
Yeah, and that reminds me of the Beatles song, Let It Be.
There you go.
And so this is a great reminder for my current position and situation. And yeah, so I'm getting what I need, even though I don't like it.
Looks like your kitty cat giving you a little help right now too. Your kitty cat.
Yeah.
Amazing beings. Now look at him looking around. See how he's looking around? He sees something.
Yeah. His name is Zuki, and I adopted him from the local shelter when he was a kitten.
Yeah,
And the folks at the shelter get very creative with names, and they originally named him Zucchini.
cute. Very cute, very cute. Well, welcome,
Zucchini.
Zucchini.
So I
Zuki.
started to Zuki.
Yeah, right. Perfect.
Mm.
Anybody else?
I saw Cynthia's cat's tail. Right now.
Yeah, I'm like,
Dragon.
this one says hi.
Dragon in there.
Uh-huh. You know, it's funny because cats love this energy. They are so drawn to, that's the experience I've had in some of these sessions where people's cats, they come in, either that or they fly out. One of the two. It's one of the two. Okay.
Well, and I allow my cats to sleep with me because essentially they're joining in my nighttime journeys. I've yet to
Yeah.
witness that, but that's what it feels like.
Well, they're good protectors too. Very good for the energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like
And,
that
you know,
feline
the
energy.
presentation of cats in Egypt are very significant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was extraordinarily powerful. Your gift is stunning. It truly is such a rare, beautiful gift. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Uh,
you.
I just
Thank you,
love
Chris.
being here and love doing this and you guys being a part of it
Thank you.
because it's all about helping each other, you know, to find our gifts and to create anew. So it's fun, good stuff. Gigi, how did you do? How was your experience?
I'm it's really a difference between watching the videos on YouTube and being in a session
Really interesting. That's good to know.
live.
She looks blissed out.
Yeah.
She can hardly talk, that blissed out.
Yeah, that's blissed out.
Do you have a sense of peace? Anything? I don't want to pressure you. You know, you just speak. I just want to check in with you, see how you're doing and everything.
I'm fine.
Good.
Lady of few words.
I'd like some of that.
Lady of
Come
few
on,
words.
share.
All right. That's exciting. Very exciting. Ali Martine, how you doing over there in Belgium?
We are still here. During the whole session, I certainly felt heavy energies,
Leaving. Yeah.
and especially by viewing the coach, and when Cynthia talks about the dragons, I felt a lot of energy came
Yeah.
out of the words, and my Chinese sign is a dragon.
Yeah.
So I have a connection there, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think this was part of this is reconnecting. So that might have
Yeah.
been something that you'll feel more about what Cynthia said, that we all got what we needed and it's time, you know, we'll be moving forward
Yeah.
with whatever that is.
Also the light language. I had also opened my eyes to look at you, and that was a special experience. The
Nice.
depth in your eyes, there was a depth in your eyes,
Yeah. Yeah.
like you through your eyes.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for confirming that. That just makes a lot of sense with everything that's coming through and the healing and the releasing of what was blocking there. So yeah.
Felt like someone was talking to me.
Ah,
That's how it felt, yes.
yeah. Nice. Very nice. How about Martine? How's she do? You guys are my computer is doing weird things.
Ik voelde de snelle plekjes.
A strong energy in the solar plexus.
and here.
The throat.
Ah, good, good. Excellent, excellent. Okay. I think everybody's covered. I don't know, if Napura, you don't have to say anything. I'm just going to check in with you.
No, it was really good. I saw the universe like closing and expanding,
Mm,
like a heartbeat.
yeah.
And at the same, like Cynthia said, my mouth was opening wide open, like something
Yeah.
coming out really
Yeah.
wide. Yeah, so my facial expression was going, my body was going really weird.
Ah, interesting.
But yeah, so it's like weirdly all the facial features. And that the moment you say ta 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 ta, because I got my light language as well, and in my light language, mostly the ta 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 is really prominent. So when that comes, when you start saying that ta 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 ta, so I start saying with that ta 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 ta.
Yeah, yeah, those have something to do with frequencies and yeah, some kind of frequencies. Interesting, very cool.
It's really beautiful.
Well,
And I saw
Napura,
the
well,
white.
with the wide open mouth, that was my experience too.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
also,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
Thank
well,
you
that's,
so much.
You're welcome. This was exciting. I knew this was going to be a powerful one. It was, you know what? And the thing is too, I was probably more calm before this one too. It was just like, I think because of all the release and everything, but I just had this sense of like peace and serenity. So yeah, this is good. All good, all good. Okay. Well, thank you guys, all of you for joining. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 10 of us on the call here. 10. Huh. Interesting. The pentagram double is 10. That was on that sword light code. It was a 10-pointed star.
Before we go, would you mind putting that back up? I want to take a screenshot
Which
of
one?
that one, of the one code of Christchurch. I love that. I really do.
Yeah.
Coolio, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be posting all these on my
Got
website.
it.
Okay, I'll be posting all these on my website too, with a little story, and also this will be posted on YouTube for other people to experience and get what they need out of it. So exciting. Thank you all. I love you all so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Christy. It was
Thank you,
awesome as
thank you.
always. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christy.
You too, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so
Nupur,
much,
the
Christy.
new one,
Bye.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Awesome, awesome.